your arrest.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular. Definitely one for the record books. UC Security sent an armada after our little fleet of ships and picked us off one by one until the remainder of us made it to the wheel.
For our listeners' benefit, that was the star station in orbit around Voli that you destroyed just before your arrest, correct?
You see, that's what they'd have you believe, but the truth is much less sinister. There was a firefight on the wheel when they tried to bring us in. We holed up, but UC Security unleashed hell. The damage they caused was catastrophic. We only surrendered so we wouldn't die when the station exploded.
Well, the UC says you set demolition charges to try and cover your tracks and make your escape.
That's their story. You'll have to go with your gut on what you think really happened. Anyway, they took us in and tossed us into the lock. That lovely resort they opened on Suvorov.
And you were imprisoned there for how long?
Well, it was supposed to be for life, Gail. But I ended up serving 2 years before I decided I'd had enough.
Is there any particular reason that you started the riots that eventually led to the worst prison break in United Colonies history?
Yes. I'm quite proud of that, actually. I honestly didn't think it would go as well as it did. As for the reason, well, it's simple. The UC were treating us like animals. The conditions in the lock were ridiculously bad and no one cared. That's why they stuck us on that ice ball in the first place. Out of sight, out of mind.
Your escape caused the deaths of many that were stationed at the lock. Some would brand that as a bit dismissive for what you're describing as a protest. If you were simply advocating for your fellow inmates, why didn't you just go through the proper channels?
And what the hell was I supposed to do? Send a strongly worded letter to my duly appointed representative? Wake up. The UC only responds to actions, not words. In my mind, there was no other choice. You know what? Let's move past my time at the lock so we can get to the point of this goddamned interview.
Came back to finish the job personally? Talk sense into me? What the hell happened to you? You had... Yeah? And why the hell does Sistef get to determine what is right and what is wrong? You know, when we were on Suvorov, I saw the potential. And now you suddenly expect me to believe I have been fooled? The entire... For once in your life, you don't even have the nerve to... It is obvious that no matter what I say, I have already locked down the key and set its reactors to overload. Let's see how far that loyalty does... Your arrogance. No. I simply refuse to be the first person since Jasper Griggs. If this is truly the final chapter of the Crimson Fleet, you and I both know that the moment I try to leave the station, Ikande will either attempt to... No. I refuse to go out that way. And spend the rest of my life in the brig without a credit? My story ends either way, but this... Not everything has to be logical. SysDef can have its victory. I'll feel better knowing... So you noticed. And yeah, believe me, keeping people from burying a knife in your back wasn't easy. Part of it, yeah. But can you blame me? When I found out you stole the legacy, my mind went into a blind rage. Fine, you win. Standing down the reactors. With the legacy gone, we're dead in the water anyway. Before you have Ikande lock me up, I'm gonna leave you with some parting words. Whether you know it or not, you're damn good at being a pirate. It's in your blood. One of these days, that's all gonna hit you. And I'll be waiting for you in my cell to tell you I told you so.
future holds for the Crimson Fleet.
Changes are coming, Gale. Huge changes. Crimson Fleet will soon be a much bigger player in this little game between the members of the settled systems.
That's quite a bold statement. Would you care to elaborate?
Well, let's just say that I'm on the brink of a score so large, it makes everything else pale in comparison. Beyond that, you'll just have to wait and see.
If you aren't willing to discuss the details, why grant SSNN this interview?
Simple. I refuse to allow the UC to spin or bury the story, making it sound like they're in complete control of the situation. I'm gonna tell you right now, they aren't.
Why does the Crimson Fleet need to make this mysterious move that you're being so evasive about?
I know SysDef instructed you to draw this meeting out as long as possible. So let me sum this up. I intend to make sure that the Crimson Fleet becomes the United Colony's worst nightmare. And nothing, I mean nothing in this universe, will stop me from achieving that goal.
There are those that would disagree with you and claim this interview is grandstanding, or worse, a recruitment tool. After all, SSNN reaches every corner of the settled systems, and your aspirations could inspire the directionless to turn to the fleet.
You and the sheep that listen to your garbage can believe whatever the hell you want. If you were so worried about what I had to say, you wouldn't have allowed yourself to be brought here.
So you disarmed the bomb. Then, per our deal, you can tell your commander I will come peacefully.
Weak. Hey.
So you disarmed the bomb. Then, per our deal, you can tell your commander I will come peacefully.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gail Dunnigan of SSNN, and this is Galactalk. My guest tonight is one of the most notorious criminals in the settled systems. His ruthlessness and desire for wealth has landed him squarely at the top of the wanted list for every major law enforcement agency in the galaxy. I am, of course, speaking of the self-appointed leader of the Crimson Fleet himself, Jasper Crix. Good evening. evening, Mr. Criggs.
Good evening, Gail. Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yes, well, being blindfolded and then Grav jumped to what appears to be an abandoned mining facility isn't exactly what I'd call an invitation.
Well, I'm sure you're not surprised that your request for an interview would come with some very specific conditions.
Frankly, I was a bit surprised to receive any type of response at all. Would you mind telling me why you decided to do this interview?
Because there comes a time in every pirate's life where they have to make an extremely important decision. Do they take a leap and become one of the most legendary pirates in history? Or do they simply sputter on, subsisting on freighters and deep space privateers?
So are we to assume that you're taking the leap? That Jasper Criggs is moving on to bigger and better things in his life?
That's spot on, Gail. That's exactly why you're here.
Interesting. Well then, would you mind sharing with us exactly what your particular leap entails?
In due time. There's no rush. In fact, I'd say we have at least 12 hours before the authorities trace this broadcast. Plenty of time to discuss whatever you like.
Oh, all right then. Perhaps the best place to start this interview would be at the beginning of your career.
Please, proceed.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Waste
Hello.
of time.
Captain Richard, it is pleasant to see you.
Undocking complete, Captain. And you didn't even scratch the paint.
That was real impressive flying, kid. You earned your wings today.
Captain Richard, do you require my assistance?
A lot of heroes on this day. Speaking of which, here comes one now.
You know, I had my doubts about you. Vanguard, volunteer force, figured you for a tourist. But then I asked myself, as spectacular as I am, can I do what you do? And the answer was an emphatic no. See, I'm a great shooter, but a straight shooter. And that wasn't going to win this war. What we needed was someone standing on their side with a boomerang gun. We needed someone whose bullets curved. No ride like a blindside. That's what I say. Anyway, you got a date with the commander. I figure he'll sprain something trying to pin the medals on your chest. But in all honesty, you deserve it.
Great job.
You have permission to speak freely. I believe congratulations are in order. With this decisive blow, the end of the Crimson Fleet is all but assured. But as much as I'd like to begin this celebration, technically we're still in the process of wrapping up the operation. On that note, Lieutenant, what do you have for me?
Reports are coming in right now, Commander. Delgado and Shinya Voss have been taken into custody. Also, we've transferred personnel to the Key to secure the location until the United Colonies decides what they want to do with the station.
And what about Neva Mora?
According to our reports, Neva led the strike force that attacked the Vigilance. Unfortunately, that was the last we saw of her. It looks like she managed to escape. We don't know her current whereabouts, but I have our operations team looking into it.
That's fine. Overall, excellent news, Lieutenant. I have to admit, for the first time in 7 years, I don't know what to say. How about you? I know that was difficult. You hanging in there? I certainly would have preferred to have reached a resolution regarding her whereabouts. After all, she was the fleet's second in command.
Just watch your back. I'm fairly certain she's not going to simply forget what you've done to the Crimson Fleet.
Let's not ruin the moment, Gillian. I'm sure our friend here is feeling quite pleased. Am I correct? I can understand that. The dual life you were leading must have been incredibly stressful.
Honestly, I have no idea how you kept it all together.
Well, let me let you in on a bit of a surprise. Something I've been working on for a while. I've twisted arms and cashed in some favors at Mast. I wanted to make sure you got a share of the money you recovered from the legacy. Call it a reward, a token of appreciation, whatever the hell you want. But you've absolutely earned every credit. Don't thank me yet. If it had been completely up to me, you'd get a lot more than they're giving you.
Now that you're rich and famous, maybe you'll still remember us little people, huh?
Decorum, Lieutenant? Damn, I'm going to be really sorry to see you go. You've really become an important part of our team. It won't be the same around here without you.
Although, if you feel like staying aboard, I'm sure I could give you access to the SysDef mission board. That is, if you can stand spending another minute with us on Vigilance.
Excellent. I'm happy we haven't somehow frightened you away. Anyway, enough talk. You've earned a break, and I'm sure you wish to celebrate. Here's your promised reward. And wherever you might find yourself, my best wishes travel with you.
It's good to have you back. What can I do? The mission boards have been pretty active as of late. It's a good reminder the fleet are still out there. Mast will have the ultimate say, but we've petitioned to have it refurbished for SysDef use. But first, we'll need to perform an audit of the Key's overall condition. Most of the repairs done to the station weren't exactly up to standard. If the site is deemed not up to code, we're better off destroying it. That would also have political value, given the embarrassing history behind it. For now, we have a strike team dedicated to sweeping the area for explosives. Once they give the all-clear, forensics will come in to gather evidence. After that's done, then we'll start the audit of the station's condition. It's a process. That's right. Since you're no longer undercover, you now have full access to our mission boards, just like other special agents. I'll have to take your word for it. I don't like keeping secrets myself, although I understand the necessity. To that end, if you're in need of anything ship-wise, talk to me, and I'll have our maintenance crew take a look. No more bartering for scraps at the depot. You'll have full access to the best the UC has to offer. You've come to the right place. SysDef has access to the latest military technology. Your ship is basically a second home. Let's make it a good one.
Years ago, Crimson Fleet killed somebody close to me. I thought about this day for a long time.
Once news of the fleet's demise? Certainly. Let me know if there's anything else.
Some of our soldiers have been tasked with patrolling the key.
There's still a lot of cleanup that needs to be done as we wind down this operation, but it's nothing we can't handle.
Some of the crew had doubts about you, but not anymore.
Your actions saved countless lives.
Greetings, Captain.
ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smell.
Was there something? May I be of service? I hope we have what...
It's a little surprising, isn't it? Out
If
here
there's
on
anything
the
I can do...
edge of
Yes, of course.
But it's just so quiet. try not to trade in gossip, but if you have any verifiable information, I'm all ears.
Good to see you. Certainly.
Work done? Hey, what can I do for you? I'm sure you can find some.
you're not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Important or not, I'm ready to listen. Thanks for giving me a moment of your time. I thought you deserved to know how proud I am that you chose to side with the United Colonies and put an end to the Crimson Fleet. You've almost single-handedly saved the settled systems from one of its most dangerous enemies. Well, I'm not sure I deserve that, but I appreciate it all the same. What I want to know is what motivated you into making the right decision. You had Crix's legacy in hand, and you could have easily taken it to the key. Yes, that would have been unfortunate. The Crimson Fleet would have had enough wealth to fund their operation for decades. So, no regrets betraying Delgado, then? I imagine you and he formed quite a partnership right up until the end. Agreed. With Delgado safely tucked away in a UC prison, things will certainly be quieter in the spaceways for a while. I suppose my final concern is how long this newfound peace will last. I wish I could share your optimism. My largest concern are the reports that Neva Mora was never captured or killed. My hope is that she was smart and went into permanent exile. I suppose only time will tell. Ah, well, it appears I've soured the mood of our lovely conversation. I trust my mindless prattle hasn't been too much of a bother. Thanks for taking the time to listen.
You've got my undivided attention. I can't imagine how hard it was to be under all that pressure. A leader knows that protecting regular folk is not just a responsibility, but a privilege. And I'm proud to call you my captain. Modest, too. They're gonna make a statue out of you, or carve your face on a moon or something. What you did took nerves. Befriending Delgado like that, it was a huge risk. If he had gotten to you, convinced you to side with them, I don't know what we'd be dealing with right now. Good. He deserved what he got for what he did and for what he would have done. And if they regroup after all this, they'll be weaker next time. All thanks to you. That's the hope and the dream. But if they do, we'll deal with it. Simple as that.
A lot on your mind?
There's a bit more in the back if it belongs on your ship. Oh, please, take a look.
Be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay. No bounty.
If it belongs, hope you're finding everything you... Oh, please, take a look. Appreciate the business.
Dealing in art is more exciting than one would think.
I'm meeting my girlfriend for drinks at the Viewport tonight.
There's something to be. You're here because you need something you can connect. Only the finest collection.
You're only... I would never dream of selling substance. Yes, by all means. Be careful out there.
I'm afraid, due to recent legislative action, I'm welcome to UC District. Oh, well, certainly. Right. Come back if you need something else.
And my mother wanted me to be a doctor.
If you have a new story for me, you have another story for me? Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be? So, SysDef finally, and against all odds, how were you involved? Directly with him? I got that right? Wow. Okay. So, the Vigilance went toe-to-toe with everything the Crimson Fleet could throw at them. And somehow, almost miraculously, they captured the key. The key itself. I've confirmed that with many sources. Anything to add? Oh, so the standard happy to be part of the team boilerplate. You have to feel good about how everything turned out. Commander Ikande is being hailed a hero, and SysDef's popularity is at an all-time high. Your thoughts? That's a common refrain. He was respected before this, but now? And that's all I need. You really do lead an extraordinary life. And as a, well, possibly embarrassing personal note, thank God for you.
Personally, I think daylight's overrated. I get by just fine. All this stuff is... Take your time. I got all day. Hey, take it easy.
Inside was a secret compartment full of every narcotic and illegal world.
I help? Don't mind me. Okay, then.
No, Lord, can't say I'll have what you need. Take care.
Thank you for retrieving that package for me. Satisfaction. Let's keep this job.
Thing about the trade business? Of course, of course. The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
It's clear. The Trade Authority has access. Of course, of course. Pleasure dealing with you.
What? That pilot exam's coming up. I've been studying so
It's a
hard.
quaint shot.
I haven't seen
Okay, then.
days. My last night was your last week.
Stock, if you're a serious... Eh. Stop by any time.
I'm sure you will be all right.
You ask me? I got contacts on. Absolutely. Watch your back out there.
Something to report?
Bulk items may require multiple. Welcome to UC Dis. Yes, of course. Please. You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
Sarah's the best possible person to be running Constellation.
Are you working toward that next technological leap? Then let Ryujin Industries help you. Fill out an application today to become part of the most advanced technology corporation in the South.
I heard there's shortages over at Reliant Medical. Not great. Doc Manning better get his act together before the place shuts down.
All weapons are currently 0% off. Unlawful behavior will be met with lethal force. I'm sorry, your inquiry is invalid. Neon Tactical deals in weapon for paint and home decor. Frank Rennick is the proprietor of Neon Tactical. Disengaged.
If you're here to buy, take a look around the shop. Good. Then just buy what you want. If you don't like it, talk to Styx. That's more like it. You know, I'm sick and tired of people coming in here and treating Styx like he's some kind of sideshow exhibit. I mean, look at that graffiti they sprayed onto his chassis. I know you'll be surprised, but thanks to my sparkling personality, I don't... That means I spend a lot of time talking to Styx and Model A robots. The net result is I end up talking to a machine and looking like I'm out of my mind. I knew a guy a few years ago who ran up a hell of a tab with me. I'm talking thousands of credits, but one day the payment stopped, so I tracked him down. Found out since I had a legit claim, the city awarded me his property, which amounted to the contents of a storage container. Guess what I found inside? Took me a few months to scrounge up the parts, but I'd say I did a pretty decent job getting Styx up and running. It's no big secret. I lost it fighting on the Freestar side during the Colony War. I was a ground pounder, slogged it out in the trenches with the troops. And did pretty well, too, until an EM weapon took out our transport. They pulled me out of the wreckage, but the damage was done. Honestly, I consider myself lucky. You'd do that. Huh. I'm glad you see Styx as the lowlife that did this to my buddy. Calls himself Warlord. Scare the crap out of this punk, and it'll teach all the Ebside lunatics that... Warlord's one of the disciples, one of Neon's street gangs that claims it owns Ebside. A few years back, the gang tried to break in here and rob my place, but Styx put one of them down and sent... He and his buddies have been harassing me ever since, mostly by scaring away my customers. Warlord still swears he'll get even with me, and he came pretty damn close when he somehow managed to disable Styx and sprayed him with paint. It feels like it's only a matter of time before he gets past Styx, and I'm done for. Help yourself. know, Sticks, crime in this city gets worse by the day. Vandals, thieves, gangs.
I'm sorry.
I passed by the store today, boss. Your tag's still on it.
Of course.
And it's gonna stay that way, if that old Cyclops knows what's good for him. I like to spray. Sometimes with paint, other times with bullets. You like art? Then you should see the tag job on the robot at Neon Tacticals. That's like, I dressed up his toy real nice. He's lucky that's all I did after what... I thought it was pretty clever. If I trashed it, it'd stink for a bit, but he'd get him. So I took a can of spray paint and put my... Now, every time that Cyclops opens up that eye, he's... Yeah, I do. And I'll make art out of your guts if you... And what makes you think I will? True. Don't want to... Yeah, maybe. Fighting that old man is one thing, but that Model A is another story. All right. The Cyclops is one thing, but I know better than to mess with you. Besides, that Model A shredded my gun arm. I can't aim straight, let alone paint. Here, you give this to that freak and tell him we're even. Euphoric is home for people like us. And by people like us, I mean killers, thugs. Now, I haven't killed anyone in a while, but that... Yeah, beat it.
Excuse me, I don't suppose you're looking for a robotics Fine, whatever, I'll be here if you change your mind.
Care for another chimera?
Sure. Thanks, Micah. Keep them coming. It's been a rough day.
If you're in need of some extra relaxation today,
Rather be doing this than getting mixed up.
Path. Good work. Then you didn't press enough. Punks like him wouldn't know what real war is if it... Thanks. Styx is gonna get a new paint job, a coat of wax, the work. Oh, and here. You know, Styx, this city gets worse by the day. Vandals, thieves.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
People joke, say those Farouk.
Hello. I'm sorry if I sound rude. We're actually closed right now.
They call it the Great Circuit.
I'm afraid so, but perhaps another time. I'm afraid not, but come back tomorrow and...
What's up? Welcome to Zero Fresh Seafood.
Are you kidding me? How can a bunch of plates of napkins be considered suspicious?
Because I refuse to pay Dexler and his cronies the fee to expedite the shipment's release. They're gouging us. Just pay it. We need those supplies, or we're going to have to start serving food in paper cups. Because that's all.
I don't like the look of you.
If you got any spare creds, I can always take them off your hands. Hey, Chief, you got... Thank you kindly. You're a class bass, you know that? I'll do my best to someday pay you back. Street's honor. About 6 years. I bet you could tell by how... It took a lot of practice, and some work on my messaging. But... I don't know. You can learn something from just about anyone. You want to know the trade secrets, huh? I don't blame you. It's a lot like real estate. Location and timing are big. You gotta be visible, but not... Presently, no. Pastly, no. Futurely, it's a work in progress. Depends on... But it's gonna take a lot for me to upgrade. I found a primo spot next to the trawl store. I got a roof over my head and all the garbage I can eat. I can't eat everything they throw out, but... Wow, you really did me a solid. Oh, it's all right. Once per day is enough. Thanks again for the creds.
Hello. We're actually closed. I'm afraid so. Perhaps I'm afraid not, but...
If you got any spare creds? Hey, Chief. Thank you kindly. I'll do my best to... About 6 years. It took a lot of practice. I don't know. You want to know the truth? It's a lot like real estate. Presently, but it's gonna... I can't eat everything. Chief, you're... Oh, it's all right. Thanks again for the creds.
There you are. I'm feeling a bit better today. I'm sorry about all that before. The thing is, well, I lost my husband, Tom. Of course, that's the official word from Neon. You're damn right I do. How that security officer could stand there and tell me Thomas... I'm sorry, this is my problem. My husband and I opened the shop about 8 years ago. We were hoping to cater to the workers at The business has had its ups and downs, but lately our rent has skyrocketed, so... Unfortunately, the workers assumed we were becoming greedy, and honestly, we're... Oh my, you're the first person in this... The truth is all I've ever wanted. I suppose the proper place to start would be with Neon Security's witness. Just please be very careful. Tevin owns the Emporium over in Bayou Plaza. He's a horribly overbearing, pretentious man who wouldn't dare set foot in the underbelly. The strange thing is, we've never had to deal with him in person. Why, Oh, everyone has problems with Neon Security. They're terribly corrupt with... They come in here from time to time, but apart from being forced to give them employee discounts. Be careful. Neon is a dangerous place.
Yeah, I know this place.
The Emporium, Neon's premier seller of all things.
Welcome to the Emporium. The Seoka Syndicate, of course. I'm surprised you haven't run into it. They're a group of organized criminals who use threats and violence to push their own. They're based out of Neon, but no one is certain. Yes? Can I help you? Oh, I carry all sorts of unique items from across the settled systems. I'm not one to boast, but my shop won me my position as Administrator Bayou's personal decorator. Before I forget, I also pay top credits to travelers that bring me unique baubles and trinkets. Oh my goodness, that's such a relief. Headlock's quite a dangerous gentleman. I believe you can find him hanging out somewhere in Epside near Frankie's Grab and Go. No one knows. Seoka are sleek, well-dressed mobsters. They aren't low-life gang members. Why they choose to hang out at a run-down little convenience store like that is beyond me. You say that, but Seoka aren't exactly pushovers when it comes to this sort of thing, so you better watch your ass. Anyway, that's really all I know. I believe he's a newer member of Seoka. They pulled him up out of one of the street gangs that crawl through our sewers. If you're wondering how I know about that, he boasts about it every time he comes in here. He's quite a large gentleman. I believe you can find him roaming the street somewhere in Epside. Look, if he somehow disappeared, you'd be doing everyone in Neon a favor. Exquisite goods. Please visit us again if you're in the market for a look. Luxury items.
Seems like Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days.
Keep it moving.
Epside's changed. Maybe it's just me. You're bothering me. Then leave. It's one of my rules, and it served me well. Fact is, I'm not a good man. No, I'm not. Not particularly. Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah, keep things short. Don't drink on the job. Never play cards with a street rat. Don't love. That's all I got. Anything more? I work the warehouses. Clock in, clock out, mind my business.
No, I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, we're done here.
Better have credits to spend. You lost, kiddo? Yeah, well, make it quick. I had some high hopes for this shop back when my husband and I opened it up. These days, if you ain't a regular, we'll see about that. Mostly tied up in those good-for-nothing gangs. Those disciples and strikers always fighting over who gets to run the place. I may not be on the main strip, but I make... Lucky for me, my... Solomon thought a small convenience store with cheaper prices would make a killing. Of course, the only killing made was when he got himself shot. Now it's just me running this place, so you can see... Never heard of him. Now, are you... Well, now that I know you're serious, yeah, I know Headlock can't stand them. And I heard some of the other Sioka can't either. That boy doesn't know how to keep himself out of trouble. Well, if any place should be terrorized, in any case, if you're so desperate to find him, he and his friends are probably hanging out in Warehouse 4. I gotta ask. That's one way to punish him. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a business to get back to. See for yourself. Until next time.
If you're not here to do business, you best leave before we get pissed off. And who do we have here? You here for business, or to get your head caved in? Is that so? I'm not just some low-life thug anymore. You mess with me, you'll mess with the whole syndicate. The Ebbside Strikers. I ran with them for a good long while, but then I couldn't even feed myself when I was with them. Clawed myself out of the gutter. My talents were being squandered with the Strikers. Oh yeah? Those are big. So go on, hotshot. Give me a reason why I should leave. Go on, enlighten me. Looking over your shoulder in neon can get old. I don't think things would be that extreme, but I guess I get your point. I can't believe I'm saying that. It kills me to say this, but I see your point. Fine. We won't go around to the Emporium any longer. Whatever. Next time, I might not be so nice.
You try anything, you're dead.
I'm watching you. Back off.
Space, or got separated from their home planet. What? They scavenge what they eat. Lots of old facilities.
To guarantee experience like no other. It's ground equity. Don't just fly through space. Become one with
Headlock will destroy her shops if he isn't taken care of soon. Would you care to pick up an exquisite gift? Oh my. I'm not one to get involved with the rabble, so I'm not telling you a thing. Stop wasting my time and you could have just led with that. No. I saw it happen. Thomas was murdered and thrown. Afterwards, I foolishly, for my efforts, I was rewarded with a gun to my head. No, the officer that threatened me was completely different. I'd wager that the murdering bastard has a friend in security that's covering. Really? Am I not? Yeah, if you really must. It was hard to hear over the commotion. But I'm sure I heard Thomas call his attacker Russell and Rusty a few times. From what I could gather, the attacker was after credits and Thomas refused to give. God, no. I've seen him around here and there, but if he ever were to come into my shop, I tell him to leave immediately. In fact, I would never even talk to someone like him. Where else would someone like him be, hmm? He stays at the sleep crates. In any case, when you confront him, my name cannot...
And with that, I must insist you leave me in peace.
Hey there, explorers. We're here, Carolina.
Hey, buddy. Why don't you throw a few credits my way? End up in the ocean? What the hell are you... Wait. No. Listen, you gotta hear me out. I never meant... I got in a fight with Thomas. I asked him for some credit, but the bad things got out of hand. Then I called my buddy in security. Shit, I know. I never wanted things to end up like... Listen, I messed up, I know that. But no one will ever see me again. No one even needs to know. Oh my God. You don't need to... I'm not gonna try anything funny. This is the last you or anyone will ever see of me. Hey, buddy, why don't you throw a few credits my way? Help a guy. End up in the ocean? What the hell? Wait, no. Listen, you gotta hear me. Why else? I needed some creds for Aurora. And all they do is rip people off. He was bound. I got in a fight with Thomas. Things... Then I... Hell no, I'm not doing that. Listen, no one will ever see me. Oh my God.
You know I went to chef school.
What are you looking at? Can I get you anything? Please, tell... I knew it. I just knew that I was being fed lies. Neons. My husband's killer. Rusty. I believe he was one of the Generdyne They were a rowdy bunch. My husband usually handled the troublemakers, and vandalism and shoplifting is one. So, what did you... Well, I guess I don't much care for what you did with him. And about security. It's for the best, I suppose. Going after security is suicide for us both. knowing the truth is vindication enough. In a weird way, I'm relieved. I guess I'm just glad that I know the truth. I never would have figured out the truth without you. Oh, you're so sweet. You're the only person to ever show kindness to me in this city. Thank you for everything. From...
Hey, Chief. Panhandling's a tough job, but thanks, Chief. You're...
Well, there you go.
Later, Gator.
Business as usual.
Not sure how much longer I can survive.
We've got you covered. Neon's premier station. Step through the door.
Future tomorrow. Submit your application. The nearest kiosk.
See? I told you. Look at this place. Ridiculous, right?
Why would someone open a mining supplies business on an ocean planet?
Exactly. I can't believe this place is still open. I give it a few more
Don't forget, we sell all types of raw materials. Welcome, welcome, my friend.
Look around and see if there's something we can buy.
Yeah.
The first time I'd laid eyes on this building, you see, when I opened this shop, I had grand ambitions of creating Yet here I am, only a few years later. That would be a blessing, my friend. You would do that for a total stranger? I've come up with an idea that I'm hoping will generate a lot of interest in my business. If you could bring these flyers to some of the other vendors in Neon, it would wonderful. Simply wonderful. You have no... I appreciate your help. Certainly, my friend. Farewell, my friend. And tell everyone we have plenty of mining supplies in stock.
Thanks for helping me clean up sticks. He may look on. I don't need any handouts. Door's over that way.
This better not be. You need to move some merch. This is the place. Nah, I don't think I want to get mixed up. You got the money. All right, buzz off. Busy.
Submit your application now with the nearest everything you need for all your citizenship.
James and I. Welcome to Sick Hearts Outfitters. Business could always be better. Remember to steer clear of Neon Security. They're up to no good.
Sophistication, the Emporium, Neon's premier seller of all things incredible and
All of we sell only the finest good. Oh? Well, maybe I'll give it some thought. It was good to have you in my shop. Farewell.
Key for a cup of coffee.
Geobank ATMs are spread throughout the settled systems.
The vigilante that
What's
would
even the point of doing it that way if you're just
You're in the Vanguard, right?
But here at Reliant Medical, we've got you covered. Our trained and certified physicians are
Like my fit? I got it from one of the outfitters here. They have the best selection.
Now, James, I don't want you to get upset.
If you're looking for supplies, this is the place.
Administrator Bay, you came back.
Much better, thanks for asking. I don't exactly know what you said to Dietrich. He's really stepped up and taken an active role in fighting Neon Security's corruption. Best of all, I think we've become good friends. Here, let me see that. Oh, not a bad idea. Watch your back out there. I had to chase more you.
Hey there, friend. Need something? Proprietary mix of alcohols and,
Your dad's jumping in from where?
Paradiso. All this time we thought he was just being some miserable hermit on a
Yeah? You need something? If you're here for blend.
No. I think he finally ran out of credits.
No mystery, the name says it all. Look, I don't have time for chit-chat. As soon as word gets out, blend is back in stock. Whatever, just hand it over. Probably because you can't buy it anywhere else except at my shop. It's got a special blend of... All right, genius, you guessed the main ingredient. For your information, the distribution of Aurora anywhere except the Astro Lounge is illegal. No, are you crazy? I've got a captive audience here. Blend is part of the neon charm. It's iconic. Yeah, I'll see you later. Gus, try some blend. Got plenty of ice-cold drinks in stock. All day, all night.
Are you working toward that next technological leap? Then let Ryujin Industries help you get there. Fill out an application today. We don't have it. We can get it.
The latest
Got a problem?
Thanks for Hi there. Welcome to Terrabr. Certainly.
Maybe if I move to the volume a bit, that won't cut me off.
Welcome to Calvin, the settled system's premier financial institution. Have you tried? It's time to see yourself through new eyes. Only at
We've been here an hour already. Maybe you should have figured out what you wanted before we came.
I just never thought
Here
enough
for a
of
new
this
look
to be
today?
here. I don't want to screw it up. You all really don't know.
Welcome to Enhance. If you're tired of seeing that same old face in the mirror every morning, our state-of-the-art machinery uses a patented proprietary technology that can, for a small one-time fee, you can
Detail already imagined.
I thought I did.
I'll take a look, but I won't make any.
Plus, it's
I actually owe this job completely to my girlfriend, Valentina Gurov. When I arrived here 2 years ago, I met her at the Astro Lounge. We talked. It's a little scary, though. The person I replaced totally vanished. Like, poof. She's helped me out with this job so much. She even brings me business from time to time. Please let me know if there's anything else I can do to enhance your day.
Welcome, off-worlders.
keep your nose.
I haven't seen a leech in a while.
So glad you
Said he
stopped by
got 'em
today.
all?
Ah, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for taking the time to do this for me. Listen to me. I hear what the people say on the street. I was aiming so much higher, hoping to attract these space travelers, passing through the Volai system on their... It was stupid to assume I could corner the market on mining supplies and raw materials without a solid foundation. I hope you have a glorious day, my friend.
Move along.
Madame Sauvage always
Your own way, on your own time.
us have a drink. Time to party.
I'm a little stoned right now. So, let's take it slow, okay? Yeah, sorry. I don't do autographs. Yeah? Okay, cool. Cool. Most people that come up to me just want an autograph or a picture. And after I've been modding all night. Programming the beats? Turning the dials? Come on, stay with me here. Oh, so it's my fault. I suppose next you're going to tell me my music slate's gone. Completely vanished. I had all of my new songs figured out on that thing, and someone ripped me off. Oh man. Wow. I thought I sensed a decent aura around you. Exactly. So, anything you can do to help is appreciated. Oh, and if you're looking for a lead, talk to Micah. She works the bar at Euphorica, and she's a walking grapevine. Anyway, I got to figure out how I'm going to mod my next set. Well, most of the people who come through here are fans, and they're either zoned or just digging the rhythms. That leaves collectors, competitors, or just a thief trying to make a cred. People try to put a price on everything. If that price is big enough, you start attracting people with bad vibes, and only a matter of time before... I started playing music when I was 10. My father had an old electronic keyboard he passed down to me, and I fell in love with the thing. By the time I was 15, I got my first track and started club hopping. I was pretty young, but with my father as manager. 4 years later, and here I am, booked into the hottest club in the settled systems.
You good?
If you're planning on using Aurora, we respectfully ask you do so in the members' lounge. Q's journey was very personal. It wouldn't be proper for me to tell his story, but mention his Geguli and you might... I see. Thank you for your business. The man you want goes by the name of Stratos. He's what you would call a fan of Miss Borealis's works. Either way, he's the one you want. He's one of the usual lowlifes you'll find at Madame Savage's. He's also a very fervent admirer of Miss Borealis and her work. For fans like him, trinkets and mementos are a way to get closer to the one. Enjoy your drinks.
What can I get for you? Anything I can get to help you relax?
Bourbon or whiskey?
Perhaps I wasn't clear the first time you... I don't feel comfortable discussing my personal life. Micah's talking about a toy frog she gave me right after pulling me off the streets. Silly little thing was... When you're born in Neon, you're either destined for the top or the bottom of the food chain. My family started out barely making ends meet. After my parents lost their lives, that's when the gangs preyed on me. I fell in with the Disciples. And my mother was killed in an accident at the Xenofresh plant. Some type of malfunction. Her absence sent my father into a deep depression. Every night, I'd find him sitting on the edge of the upper platform, staring out into Volai's ocean. One morning, I returned to his usual spot and he was gone. That's why I eventually turned to the gangs. I had no one. I actually was having the time of my life, if you can believe that. You see, all that violence, all the drugs and death, I don't know what Micah saw in me, but she pulled me out of the gang. After she helped me sober up, I asked her why she bothered. She told me, I've been here ever since. It's what the people of Neon have labeled the most destitute of our citizens. It's a miserable life filled with loneliness and desperation, spending each waking moment. To be a street rat is a curse I wouldn't wish upon even my worst enemy. I apologize if I've dampened your mood. You must understand. You're welcome to sit back, relax, and enjoy your time here.
Plenty of space in the members' lounge today. I see you were able to get through to Q. And the first moment I saw Q, like you, Jun fought long and hard to get where he wanted to be. Sadly, we lost Jun in the Colony Wars conflict. I suppose you could say... You're always welcome here. Care for another Chimera?
Sure.
Rather be doing this.
song's got me so zoned. Mate, I vibe with that bird hard. She's a big... Got a track in me head right now. Boom! 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 I just need some more Aurora so I can get me head bobbing with the wave. Yeah, which is why it pains me to be here. I can't stand being away. But I can't listen to Borealis if I'm not zoning. A fan, mate. I've been following her career since her club hopping days. I can probably tell you the number of hairs on her head. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing weird about it. In fact, I've made a whole bloody career out of following that woman. It's the way she makes the colours dance. With most beats, you get these colourful flashes, and the world gets all wavy like. But Borealis makes the Aurora dance like nothing I've ever seen. When she hits those high notes, and you're completely zoned. So you get it then? Borealis's mods are an experience. Every note is like a set of hands, and when it peaks, it's like you reached her. Mate, there's no way in hell I'm giving you this. This slate brings me closer to her. Why would I part with the one? And who are you? That's fine. Go ahead. A good song can play... Mate. I vibe. Got a track in me. I just need some... Yeah, which is... I can't stand. But I can't listen. Mate, there's this slate. Why would I pop? Yeah. I don't want that. Yeah, I hope so. Nah. If I want chill vibes, I head over... Mate. I vibe with... Got a track in me yet. I just need some... Yeah, which is what I can't stand. But I can't listen. Mate, there's no... This slate brings me... Why would I pop? Nah. And who are you? You don't speak for her. Huh. Didn't think of it that way. I haven't agreed to anything yet. I'm keeping the slate. Me and... Have you been to the Astral Lounge? Mate. I'm vibrant. Got a track in me. I just need some more. Yeah, which is what I can't stand. But I can't listen. Mate, there's this slate. Why would I part with it? Yeah. I do want what's best for her. Yeah, you got a point. I don't want that. As much as I hate to admit it, you're right. Okay, you can have the slate. But next time I stop by, I want to hear a mod so sick it beats the piss out of my brain.
Not interested.
You're home away from home. Original.
Maroon weapon, huh?
I know your type. Freewheel and spacing.
I'm a little stoned right now. So, let's take it slow, okay? Hope you're enjoying the music at the lounge. A fan, really. They can get pretty possessive. Yeah, it's not all bad. Love can be toxic, or it can be beautiful. But sounds like it all worked out in the end. Inspiration's like a wave. That's what this slate is. A still wave. A feeling frozen in time. Oh yeah, absolutely. It allows me to step away from myself for a while and harmonize with the universe. There's music out there, you know. The trick is not getting hooked on that feeling. I got close to that state a few times, but reality and responsibilities always managed to pull me back. Yeah, it looked like nothing was downloaded or tampered with. I'm almost glad it was taken by a fan instead of a competitor. Would have been awful to lose that thing. I was working on a brand new concept piece about floating into the center of existence. I'm not feeling it yet. I'm still working out the last few sections, but eventually I'll give it a spin in the Astral Lounge. Thanks again for finding that thing. Sound safe.